Yankees. James Paxton, a left-handed Canadian, gets the starting.
Guy can have 2 or 3 of his 4 pitches and have command of them. He's going to have a really good game.
In now, Dawa Lugo. And we are set for base. Fastball right down Broadway, taken for a strike. And as the Yankees get started here tonight, guys, it appears to be all systems go to start the new year as they've come out of the gates on a 4-game winning streak.
Yeah, Matty, I'm looking forward to this one. They got their ace on the mound today. You get to the ballpark, you're ready to go. You're watching video. You know this guy is going to put his best foot forward. Execute pitches to all quadrants. The opposition's got to be on point if they're going to have a chance today.
So a moment now to take a look at the starting lineup for the visiting Detroit Tigers. Dan Plesac, who are you focused on?
Well, like everyone else, I can't wait to see what Miguel Cabrera has in store. I mean, this guy is a career 300 hitter. You talk about consistent. He delivers a good at-bat and clutch hits basically every time he walks into the box. I love watching this guy.
Now another 0-2. Hard liner, but picked up on a hop. Throw, and he's called out on a close play at first. Now at the plate, Miguel Cabrera. He's ready for his first at-bat. That is retired. So a relatively routine start for the top of the first here. Tigers nothing, Yankees coming up. You're watching Major League Baseball on The Show. Matthew Boyd gets the ball for the Tigers in this one. Dan Plesac, what's the word on him?
Strike thrower, not afraid to go in and challenge hitters. He's kind of what a manager would like to have. You know what you're going to get with Matthew Boyd. He's not afraid to throw the fastball or his breaking stuff over the plate. Sneaky, really good pitcher.
Ready now, DJ LeMahieu. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first. And he'll take it to the bag himself for the out. With that, it's time to check out the starting lineup for the hometown Yankees. Who do you have your eye on, Dan?
Yeah, I'm keeping an eye on DJ LeMahieu. He's certainly a guy to watch out there in this lineup. Everything he does makes them click. When he's swinging the bat, well, they just go.
Standing in, Aaron Hicks. Lifetime numbers against Matt Boyd. He's only 2 for 10. He's taken him deep once. Breaking ball that's cut on and missed for the first strike. So guys, these Tigers, as they begin play here tonight, it's been a slow start as they come in with just 1 win from their first 5 ball games.
Yeah, guys, anytime you start a road trip, first 5 games you start 1-4, you're just trying to salvage. Do the fundamental things right. Try and sneak out a couple wins, get on the plane and get out of here.
That was a great job of driving that ball, extending his arms very well. Was able to get it over the right fielder's head. One hopping it off the wall for an easy double. That's one of those solid hits that you don't even feel coming off the bat.
Hicks leads off second with 1 gone in the inning. Ball 1, well below the zone. Judge, who fittingly gets the nickname All Rise. He was selected in the first round back in the draft of 2013.
Yeah, Matt, you cannot miss on your first rounder, and they didn't with this guy. He has turned himself into an absolute superstar.
Now a drive by Judge, deep left field. And that ball will stay fair, and it's gone. A home run. Aaron Judge, a 2-run shot. 4th home run here in the early going, and this is now a 2-0 lead for the Yankees.
That's one of those pitches you wish you could take back as soon as it leaves your hand. But guess what? There are no delete or rewind buttons in baseball. That's a mistake, and it was a good job by his opponent to make him pay for it. Batting 4th.
Giancarlo Stanton now. As he looks at a fastball that's in there for strike 1. And he's definitely off to a fast start in the early part of the season. Swung on, and this one's driven in the air as well to deep right field. That one's out of here. Back-to-back home run. It's Here's a solo blast off the bat of Giancarlo Stanton. Second home run early in the year as the Yankees move out to a 3-0 lead.
Boy, not the way you'd like to start a game, right? First inning, you come in, you give up 2 home runs. We'll see if he can regroup right here. It's not easy to sometimes come back from that.
Here's Didi Gregorius.
Didi.
As he overcommits here to a slider out of the zone, 1 strike to count. And that misses downstairs for a ball, 1-1. A little behind on that swing, and now he'll try to shorten up maybe and protect the plate. Boyd offers up perhaps one of the nastiest sliders around, and it won't be uncommon to see a lot of off-balance swings against it, and it'll be easy to see why once you see it come out of his hand. He's got a huge break on it. Throw in time as he's called out on a bang-bang play at first.
Hitter, Edwin Encarnacion.
Next for New York, Edwin Encarnacion, looking to get on base and keep this first inning alive. Here's the first pitch to him. And he gets ahead here with the fastball, strike 1.
Plain to see right there that the manager's sticking up for his hitter, making sure that that strike zone gets a little bit tighter. It's tough to cover both sides of the plate, and they both want that strike zone to be shrinked up a little bit.
And it's 1-1. And now a curveball that's low and in the dirt for a ball. It's 2-1.
Well, I think he just kind of lost focus on the mound right there. It's clearly not going his way, and he's thinking more about that than the task at hand. And right now he needs to think about this hitter.
This is foul right side. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Lofted in the air out toward right center. Goodrum sprinting after it. He makes the catch. What a play on the run to end the inning. So 2 home runs in the inning lead to 3 runs on the scoreboard. Second inning upcoming here in the Bronx. The Yankees are out in front 3-0. Back now for the second inning in the Bronx, and here's Heidi Watney with an update on the weather.
Matt, I am hearing that heavier rain is expected to pass through the ballpark at some point later in the game. The umpiring crew would, of course, like to get this one in uninterrupted, but it is possible that we could be looking at some sort of a delay if they determine the weather is impacting the play on the field.
All right, Heidi, thanks. We'll hope for the best, of course, but guys, you have to assume these players are probably going to be impacted by this weather at least a little.
Yeah, Matty, 100% it's going to be bothersome. They're going to have to watch their spikes. They're going to have to maybe gather themselves to get that extra grip on the baseball. But from a position player standpoint, you just can't lose focus. Starting pitchers are the ones that are going to have the most problems with it.
Even count, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Fastball swung on and missed for the first out.
All right, here's how the Bronx Bombers are going to set up defensively today. And my spotlight's going to shine down on Gleyber Torres. He mans the second base position unbelievably, but he can also offer his manager some versatility. The bat plays big time as well, and he has a strong arm.
Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. Now a good pitch around the knees, but it doesn't quite catch the bottom of the zone. The head-to-head with James Paxton. He's 3 for 9. 1-2 to the Tigers catcher. Swing and a miss. Looked like the knuckle curve there, and that's out number 2.
Hate to be Captain Obvious here, but he looks great to begin the start. That's already 3 Ks for him in the first 5 hitters. It'd be awesome to see him keep up this pace.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. And here's a first pitch curveball that bounces on him there. It's ball 1. 2 out, nobody on. Clearly off with his timing on that one. A swinging strike. And he'll fall behind now to 1-2. The 1-2. Liner toward right center. And that finds some outfield grass. It's a base hit.
Well, this was a good start for the pitcher. First 5 guys, 5 up, 5 down, but the number 6 hitter proved to be a little bit more difficult, and that's a bullet hit.
Yeah, absolutely right there, Dan. Just a nice AB by the 6-hole guy after watching his first 5 brethren take a seat.
Lifted in the air toward the line and right, but this is just going to wind up being a foul ball. Fastball up in the zone, but it's strike 3 called, and the inning is over. 1 left for Detroit. They trail in this one 3-0. At the plate, Gary Sanchez. Lifetime numbers against Matt Boyd, batting at an even .400. He also has 1 home run. And he swings through a fastball and doesn't catch up with it. It's 0-1.
Little hesitation right there by the batter. It was great execution by the pitcher down and away. But that looked like a late swing. Could have been sitting on something else.
A ball and a strike now. One and 2 to the Yankees catcher. Pretty well struck high and deep to left field. Left fielder looking up at the track, the wall, and it's gone as they add still another. It's a solo shot here for Gary Sanchez. Home run number 3 here in the early going. As the Yankees start to pull away a bit, it's now 4-0.
There are certain guys in every lineup that you do not want to beat you. And this guy right now is swinging the bat so well, I'm not giving him a chance to do anything. He's too hot right now.
Batting in.
And that'll bring up Gleyber Torres. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1. Coming down in buckets, cats and dogs, insert metaphor here, and the forecast is not showing any signs of relief.
You know, one of the big issues is player safety, and right now this field is getting sloppy wet, Matt, and I don't know how much more rain this field can take.
A ball and 2 strikes.
I know that fastball registered at about 92, 93, but I guarantee you it looked about 4 to 5 miles an hour faster than that for this offensive player. After coming off a curveball, the old push the throttle and pull it is being used. Time for a look at the Tigers on D. And let's focus on former Triple Crown winner Miguel Cabrera. He's dabbled all over the diamond, from outfield to third base, and has seemed to have found a home at first base. Everybody who plays this game wants to get a knock, to get on first base, to just be able to pick his brain on how he goes about it.
So striding forward now, Gio Urshela. He'll get to take his first cuts here. First pitch on its way. And here's a fastball called for strike 1. 1 out, nobody on. In there at the knees, 0-2 now.
Don't just assume as a hitter right here he won't triple up. He's got you down 0-2, and he might really want to get inside your head if he throws the same pitch again.
Not a bad pitch there with 2 strikes, but it misses 1-2.
When he's pitching effectively, usually that 2-seam fastball is moving quite a bit, but here it's just kind of flat and straight. Could be a big part of the reason why he's getting knocked around.
And indeed, the throw will finish him off as they get the put out at first, and there are 2 away now.
The first baseman.
Back to the top of the order now, and that'll bring in DJ LeMahieu. Here comes the first pitch. Fly ball out toward right field. Goodrum is there, and he'll make the catch to retire the side. Some more of the colorful. Into the box, number 50. He went hitless last night in a game where his guys could push across only 1 score. Stanton has a read on it, and that's the first out of the inning.
Batting ninth, the center fielder.
Digging in, Victor Reyes. And he's looking to get it going. Off to a bit of a slow start this year. And a base hit as that's into left, and they've got themselves a base runner.
Don't sleep on the bottom of the order right there. He broke out all ambush tactics. First pitch fastball, middle in. He's able to drive that for a nice single.
Stepping in now, Dawa Lugo. Ball one to start the at-bat. The 1-0. Lofted in the air out toward right center. Judge is under it. And that's the second out of the inning. And he will scurry back to first as he'll think twice about trying to move up.
The batter, number 7.
Here's Jordy Mercer now. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. No balls and a strike to count. Now the 0-1. Swing and a liner. Foul. Yeah, the rain starting to intensify here. It's coming down a little heavier now. We'll see how much longer the umpires can wait.
Well, you could say that again, Matt. It's raining cats and dogs out there. Make sure you don't step in a poodle. I think it's time to get the grounds crew out.
Tigers shortstop with a ball and 2 strikes. Heading out toward shallow right. Judge is under it. And the inning is over. Tigers leave 1. They trail here 4-0. Coming to the plate now, Aaron Hicks. He scored a run after stroking a double in his first at-bat.
Even though they're up by a boatload early on in this one, you can't get complacent and get lazy. They got to keep the gas pedal down because this team that they're playing can strike and score a lot of runs too.
High fly ball out to straightaway center. Reyes is there. Looks it into his glove, and there's one gone.
Now batting, the right fielder, Aaron Judge.
One out here in the Yankees' 3rd inning, and that'll bring up the former American League Rookie of the Year, Big Aaron Judge.
Goes to show you how strong this guy is. That wasn't a bad breaking ball that he hit for a home run in that last at bat. That ball was down and away. He went out and hooked it and pulled it. This guy's definitely a good hitter.
A swinging strike, and now it's 0-2.
You know, that can really be an effective pitch to a guy that has a lot of pop. They're up there looking for a fastball up in the zone, so if you can place it a little above it, they have a hard time getting the barrel up there.
The next 0-2 is outside for a ball. And look out. He has to back away there and then give a little glare out to the mound. It's ball 2.
Having a hard time putting this hitter away here, and when I was looking at the tape on him from his last start, this is what I saw a lot of. He's not closing the door on guys, and when that's the case, they eventually get a pitch that they can do something with.
Making him sweat out there. The 7th pitch coming up. A swing, and this one is a solo home run there for Aaron Judge. His 2nd home run of the game, and that'll stake the Yankees to a 5-0 lead now. And we've seen 4 round trippers from these guys so far. Dan, D-Row, what do you make of all this?
D-Row, I don't know what you think, but this is one of those cases where I think the hitters right now, they must be seeing beach balls up there right now. But 4 bombs already in this one.
Yeah, this lineup from top to bottom has power just oozing out of it, and this guy's missing over the heart of the plate. That's what happens.
The 1-0. Fouled off wide at first, but boy, that had some zip on it.
I know it's a guessing game, but usually when you flip that coin, it better come up fastball at this level. You cannot be late right there. That was right in the wheelhouse.
2 balls and a strike to count. Now the 2-1 is laid off of for ball number 3. Didi Gregorius waits on deck. There's a swing and a high deep drive headed for the right field corner, and it'll fade just at the end and winds up a long foul ball. 3-2. Fastball, strike 3 called as he couldn't pull the trigger, and there are 2 away.
Now batting, shortstop, Didi.
So bases are empty here with 2 gone. And here's the left-handed hitting shortstop, Didi Gregorius now. First pitch coming. Here it is. And he'll take strike 1 on the fastball, registering at 93 that time.
You know, Matty, when I first broke into the league, you wouldn't see that high heater first pitch right out of the gate. But I think there's been a change in philosophy here. Back in the late 90s, early 2000s, guys wanted to attack you more east-west, get you leaning left-right. Now you're seeing guys attack in the philosophy more north-south. Just with launch.
And we'll have to leave it there as this is strike 3, and that will retire the side. Yanks able to add on 1 more via the solo home run. We're through 3 in the Bronx. 5-0 New York. First baseman Miguel Cabrera stands in. Comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ballgame.
Lots of baseball left in this one as we're still early on, but you don't want to fall too far behind. They're already down by a bundle, and one of the things you want your leadoff guy to get on and set the table for the big boys to start driving in some runs.
0-1, here it comes. In there, and it's 0-2 now. Count remains at 0-2. The 0-2 once more. And they'll try to tempt him with a curveball, but this bounces in front of the plate, and it's 1-2. Changes up on him, but that's in the dirt for a ball.
Hey, I don't mind those pitches down below the zone trying to go for the strikeout right there. But you find yourself in a 2-2 count right here. Interested to see what he goes to.
3-2, full count. The 3-2 pitch. Pulled high in the air out to left field. On the move is Stanton. And he tracks it down. Nice play for the first out.
Now batting, the right fielder, Nico Goodrum.
So here's the cleanup hitter, Nico Goodrum. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. First offering on its way. Didn't quite catch the zone there. Ball 1.
He's been doing a nice job out there on the mound, but the deeper you get into the game, the more the hitters have seen you. This is the part of the lineup that he has to be really careful with.
Up in the zone for him, and he takes a called strike 2. And that is swung on and missed. He's down on strikes, and the first 2 are retired here to begin inning number 4.
That's his second strikeout of the game. I wouldn't be surprised if a coach finds him in the dugout and gives him a little talk about shortening up and putting the ball in play. Good things tend to happen when you do that in these kinds of conditions.
Striding into the box, John Hicks. He was a strikeout victim in his first try.
Yeah, Matty, big time K last time up, and it's been a tough series for him so far. You can tell he's just not seeing the ball off this team. Let's see if he can make an adjustment right here.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Fastball in there for a called strike. No runs, 2 hits, and no errors in the ballgame for the Tigers. And this one's downstairs. It's a ball and a strike. Hit hard to the right. Foul. Fouled off. And it's 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
Tough to take a pitch like that right there, especially in a 1-2 count. You almost getting that.
Threw it right past him. A swing and a miss at the gas, and that ends the inning. 3 up, 3 down for Detroit. They can't chip into that 5-0 deficit. Welcome back to the Bronx as we check in with Heidi.
Thanks, Matt. I talked with Yankees manager Aaron Boone during the break about the team's offensive performance so far. And overall, he's really happy with the at-bats they're putting together. Not only have they already put up a bunch of runs on the board, but they've also made the opposing starter work very hard. His pitch count is high, so it seems they'll be getting into the bullpen sooner rather than later.
All right, thanks, Heidi. Stepping into the box, Edwin Encarnacion. He's 0 for 1 thus far.
Encarnacion.
First pitch on its way.
Into the numbers, this guy's thrown over 80% of his first pitches for strikes, but he's going to have to clean his stuff up a little bit better and get the ball down in the strike zone.
Reyes is right there, 1 down.
The batter.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Gary Sanchez. He got a hold of one and went yard in his first appearance in this one.
And that last at-bat when he went deep, he turned around a pretty good fastball. So I'm kind of thinking this guy's a good fastball hitter. So I might want to move that ball up and down and in and out and try not to throw it right down the middle of the plate.
Second baseman,
At the plate, Torres. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. Here's the first pitch to him. A bouncer to the left side. Throw to first will get him easily, and the side is retired. Yankees retired on just 4 pitches, but they hold a 5-0 lead. Welcome back. Heidi Watney standing by as we get set for the top of the 5th.
Thanks, Matt. I talked with Tigers manager Ron Gardenhire during the break about the team's offensive performance so far. And flat out, he told me they just need to put better swings on the ball right now. He said they're searching for ways to drive the ball with some authority because it's just not happening for them today. They haven't gotten an extra base hit yet, so it's been a real struggle getting guys into scoring position. But the key, he said, is not to panic. Sometimes you just have to fight through the downturns and keep your focus and energy high.
Thank you, Heidi. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And, strike 3 called as he gets a little help there. 1 away.
I think we're starting to see the frustration mount from this offense. It's been a pretty dominant performance on the mound, and these hitters have had no answer for anything he's throwing up there. That will wear on you if it lasts throughout most of the game like it has here.
Swing and a miss, and he's in the hole 0-2 now.
Can you boys say next? Who's next up to bat? Because this guy's done. You cannot fall down 0-2 to one of the better pitchers in the league and expect to get a base hit.
Liner in there for a base hit.
You don't get too many pitches a day in the big leagues. Middle cut. His eyes lit up right there. This pitcher's lucky he's not getting another ball from the umpire.
Standing in now, number 50, line to the right side, but foul. 0-1 count. Here it comes to first. The second for 1. On to first as they get the double play to get him out of the inning. 1 hit's all they get. Home half of the 5th coming up. The Yankees lead it 5-0. Now at the plate, Gio Urshela as we move past the halfway point in this one and begin the bottom of the 5th.
Gio.
Swing and a miss. That one tied him up. Some activity out in the bullpen now as a couple of left-handers begin to stir. And he watches a called strike at the knees. No balls and 2 strikes. Drives it out to deep right center field. Reyes is after it. He gets there and makes the play for the first out.
Up next for the Yankees, the first baseman.
Now back to the top of the lineup. Stepping in, DJ LeMahieu. He flew out in his last at-bat. Way inside with that one. A pretty easy take there. 5 runs, 5 hits, and no errors for the Yankees so far. Well outside with the curveball for a ball.
Boy, he just looks locked in at the plate right now to me. His numbers in recent games have been very good, and those were 2 stone-cold takes right there that put himself in a great hitter's count.
2 balls and a strike to the Yankees' first baseman. Hit hard on the ground to the right, and that is going to sneak on through into right. It's a 1-out single.
Now batting, center fielder.
There comes Ron Gardenhire up out of the dugout, and he's going to motion for his bullpen here. That'll do it for the starter tonight. So he'll make his way to the dugout after working just 4 1/3, and he just didn't have his best stuff in this one. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Swing and a miss on a ball in his eyes. 1 strike. And on 0-2, he misses with a fastball. And he'll try to hold back, but he won't be able to, as that's ruled a swing, and there are 2 away now.
Fooled him just enough with that pitch to get him to go around, according to the umpire. Sometimes it can be really tough for these big, strong guys, because once they're committed to swinging, it's hard for them to slow their swings down, and that appeared to be the case there.
Here's big Aaron Judge. And he lays off there 1-0. And his confidence has to be in a really good place right now, having already launched 2 balls over the fence in this one. The 1-0 home. Misses, ball 2.
I'm seeing him just a little too amped up out there right now. That's common with hard throwers like him. Running a blazing fastball up there is great, but if you can't harness it, what good does it do you?
Outside, 3-0 now.
Well, this has been a long inning already, and I know he doesn't want it to get any longer. I expect a challenge pitch right here.
3-1 to him now. LeMahieu leads off first with a pair of outs in the inning. And it's up to a 3-2 full count now.
Full count with 2 outs now, so if he could put the ball in the gap somewhere, he could have a good shot of driving in a run, because the run at first will be in motion.
And he strikes him out as well. So make it back-to-back punch outs here to the first 2 men he faces out of the bullpen. Fair to say, oh my goodness, these folks are not headed for a career on Broadway. Back to Yankee Stadium after this. Digging in, the switch hitter, Victor Reyes. And through 5 turns at bat, they've only mustered a total of 3 hits. Not terrible, but they're certainly not firing on all cylinders.
Well, it's getting a little bit too late in this game, but this continues like this. In today's game, with so many dominant bullpen arms, you certainly don't want to wait until the 8th or 9th to try to wake the bats up.
Swinging a blooper to the right side. In comes Judge. He gets to it and makes the catch for the first out.
Now batting.
Ready for another shot now. Dawa Lugo. 3rd trip to the plate for him here tonight. 0 for 2 at this point. Strike 1 to start the at-bat. Strike 2 called on the inner half. 0-2 now.
2 great pitches down in the zone. Interested to see where he goes now. Does he bounce something in the dirt? Does he go elevated fastball? A lot of options at hand right now.
The 1-2 is a wave and a miss. He struck him out.
Well, you can tell by their approach that they're going to go up there and try to be aggressive off this guy, but he's taking full advantage of that. He's pounding the zone with strikes, and right now we're seeing a lot of swings and misses and a lot of strikeouts and no walks either.
In now, Jordy Mercer. On the move is Stanton. He's there to make the play, and that'll retire the side. Down in order go the Tigers. Need to get it going soon. It's 5-0. Next will be the cleanup hitter, Giancarlo Stanton. He'll lead things off as they look to perhaps build on an already sizable lead. First pitch coming, here it is. Line drive, base hit into the left center field gap.
Hey, pitchers, you better start taking notice of this guy. He better be circled on that lineup card because he's on fire. That's his second hit of the ball game right there, and I don't see him stopping.
Into the box, Didi Gregorius, as he'll watch one miss down and in for a ball. 1-0. 0 for 2 from him so far in this one. Got him out on his front foot there as it swung on and missed for strike one. Stanton gets his lead at first, nobody out. Again, a 1-2. Lays off the 1-2 changeup, and he's worked it back to 2-2.
This kind of hitter right here, we call this guy a grinder. What are grinders? They just kind of foul off some good pitches. They lay off the pitches just off the plate. This is every pitcher's nightmare. A guy that's up there with a plan and not just up there swinging at anything that you throw towards home plate.
There's a lot of moving parts in some guys' swings. It usually takes them a month or so to get it ironed out.
Edwin Encarnacion now, as he'll take a look at ball one. He's 0 for 2 in the ball game so far. And he fouls this one off. None out, runners at first and second. Set to deal on a ball and 2 strikes. Hit sharply on the ground to the left. And just past his outstretched glove into left, a base hit. Throw comes in quickly here, and that'll prevent the runner at third from testing things here.
Boy, Dero, we're looking at a big inning right here with that single. Bases are loaded, yet no runs have scored in this inning.
Yeah, and that's exactly what that pitcher wants you to think. You have to eliminate the noise, Dan. Just try and drive in the guy from third base. Don't put pressure on yourself that you have to get everyone in with one swing of the bat. Pass the baton and keep the line moving. The pitcher has to find a way to minimize damage here. Maybe take 2 outs for 1 run. Who cares? Get a double play, pop up, strikeout. Something to get you back in this inning.
And this is swung on and missed. And boy, they took care of a key man there. 1 away. Digging in to try it again, Torres. He's 0 for 2 thus far in this one. First offering on its way. Too low, 1-0. Bases are loaded with only 1 out. Checks his swing here, but he does so in time.
Putting himself in a pretty bad situation now on 2-0, and the base.
Would have been a grand slam. Instead, it's a foul ball. Now the 2-1 pitch. And this ball's pretty well struck high and deep to left field. It's a grand slam. So he promptly unloads the bases with that one. First home run of the campaign for him as they've pushed this lead up to 9 now. That'll bring in Giovanni Urshela as the first pitch to him runs a bit inside for ball 1.
This is a situation where you almost have to play mind tricks on yourself if you're out there on the mound. 4 runs have come across already this inning, but now the bases are empty. He's not in danger anymore, so he's just got to tell himself he's doing fine, and he just needs to get this inning over with.
And he'll try to hold back the swing, but he'll do so unsuccessfully as that's ruled a strike. And a good take there. Close, but it's 2-2. And did he hold up in time? A look down, and no, he went around. It's strike 3. 2 away now in the Yankees' 6th, and that'll bring in DJ LeMahieu. First offering on its way. Now a ball chop foul over towards the coaching box. 4 runs here in this half inning. Hops this one up. Beckham is calling for it. No trouble with this one, and the inning is over. But one more look at the big blow in the inning for the Yankees. A great first pitch of the at-bat. In there at the knees, strike 1.
You know, guys, sometimes guys don't like pulling the trigger 0-0. They want to see something go by, calibrate the speed, calibrate the brake, and then make their adjustments off that. Maybe that's the case right here.
Trying to get Cabrera to chase there, but it's 1-2. Line drive snagged on a short hop. And the throw to first is in time, so the leadoff man is gone here to start inning number 7.
Now batting, right fielder.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Right there for strike 1. That finds the zone, a called strike.
Well, he got the leadoff guy in the inning on a ground out. Now he's 0-2 to start this at bat. He looks really sharp so far to start the 7th.
The 1-2. Still 1-2. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Line, but speared on a hop. And there's out number 2. Digging into the batter's box next is John Hicks. No balls and 1 strike. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Grounded weakly down the line toward third, but this will be a foul ball as he's behind 0-2 now. And he's got himself another one as he picks up strikeout number 9 here, and the side is retired. 3 up, 3 down for Detroit. They're looking up at a 9-0 deficit. Gregory Soto enters now in a mop-up role as he'll try to keep the deficit right where it is.
Gregory Soto.
Digging in once again, Aaron Hicks. He got called out on strikes his last time through.
Yeah, Matty, and he was locked up by a good fastball for strike 3 last time. I'm interested to see if they attack him the same way. Come at him with hard velo late or snap something off in the dirt to see if he'll fish.
Hard liner, but picked up on a hop. And there's 1 down now. Aaron Judge will stand in again as we flash you back to the early stages of this ball game. There were fans still finding their seats as he launched his 2nd home run of the game as he was off to a fast start indeed. Well above the letters with the fastball that time. Some action out in the bullpen. Couple of right-handers starting to loosen up. The 1-0 is a fastball that misses. Lifted in the air out to center field. Reyes on the move. He's got it. A nice play there. 2 away.
Now batting, left fielder.
Digging in and looking for more. Giancarlo Stanton. So far 2 for 3 in this one. Oh, he just blows the fastball by him for strike 1. 2 out, nobody on. Fastball laid off well below the knees. One and 2 as the changeup had him out in front there. And he comes back with a fastball. Strike 3 called, and the inning is over. Here's the second baseman now, Gordon Beckham. He leads off their half of the 8th, and they've been unable to get that starter out of the game to this point.
Yeah, he settled in early on the mound, partly due to the lead his guys gave him to take some of the pressure off. He's taken that and pitched very effectively in this one.
Judge is under it. Looks it into his glove, and there's one gone.
Now batting.
Brandon Dixon steps in now. He steps in off a base hit in his last at-bat. And a fastball's in there for strike 1. Behind 0-2 now. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And another foul ball. Skied into straightaway right. Judge has a play. Makes the play, and there are 2 gone now. Digging in, number 50. 2 away in the inning, and Dan, it looks like this could be another 1-2-3 inning for him.
Yeah, he's really found a groove on the mound, and it's been impressive to watch. It'll be interesting to see how long he can keep this dominance up.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Not a bad pitch there with 2 strikes, but it misses. 1-2. And he will strike him out. 10 now in the ball game, and the inning is over. Down in order go the Tigers. They're down 9-0. So stepping in, Didi Gregorius. He singled his last time up.
The shortstop, Didi.
First pitch coming. Here it is. And he gets ahead with the curveball. Strike 1. With this one almost in the books, the story was clearly the long ball. What are your thoughts on this offense, fellas?
No one really chased today. Really stayed staunch on their ability to get that pitcher to come into the heart of the plate, and they did damage with it.
Ball taken there. 2-1 now. Set to deliver on 2-1. And a fastball, but he's losing it a bit here to 3-1 now.
And when you're already down by a bunch, this is where a guy's got to take some responsibility out there and at least start throwing some strikes.
Looked like ball 4 there, but instead it's 3-2 now.
Looked like he swung at ball 4 right there. Clearly he saw something in that pitch that he liked out of the pitcher's hand, but that wasn't a pitch he was going to do a whole lot with.
Swing and a miss as he ran the fastball right by him for the first down.
Now batting.
Striding forward now is the DH, Edwin Encarnacion. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. Pitch taken several inches below the zone, in fact. 1 out, nobody on. Here's the 1-1. And he misses. 2-1.
Count 2-1.
Weak grounder down the first baseline. soft liner toward first. And he'll take it to the bag himself for the out. So coming to the plate, Gary Sanchez. Perhaps he can drive another one out of the park, just like he did back in the second. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Now a fastball a bit too low here. It's ball one. A pretty healthy hack that time. It's 1-1.
Hey, boys, you talk about getting your ace swing off. That's what it looks like right there. A guy with massive power letting it eat.
Hit down the third base line. 2 out, nobody on.
Swing and a miss at a big breaking ball, and that's how the inning comes to an end.
Settling in now, Victor Reyes starting things for his side in the ninth as they face the improbable odds of trying to come back in this one.
Yeah, not a lot of hope for them at this point. But these guys know these bats still count, at least for their own stats. You can't mill in your chances as a professional.
1 ball, 1 strike, the count. Now the 1-1 pitch. Here's a swing, and a bouncing ball hits a Gregorius at short. Throw on to first for the out, and that is how the 9th inning gets underway.
Now batting, third baseman.
So digging in now, Dawa Lugo. He was sat down on strikes in his last at-bat. And he just keeps rolling along as he starts another batter out with strike 1. A swinging strike, and now it's 0-2.
I think a big reason why he's been so effective in this one, that he's been just about getting ahead of every hitter. Seems like every one of them are 0-2, 1-2, and it's just about every at bat. And when that's the case, your chances of getting a good pitch to hit are way worse.
As we take a look at his numbers, a couple of things jump out at you.
And here's the thing from a pitcher's perspective. You look at this line and you think, wow, he's been sitting guys down all game long, and that's true. But on the flip side, his pitch count is up there. You have to wonder if he might be starting to get a little bit tired in this one.
Yeah, and in today's game, everyone seems to want to err on the side of caution in terms of pitch counts. A ball and a strike to Miguel Cabrera. Good pitch as this is swung on and missed, and now they're down to perhaps their final strike of the evening. Last breath for the Tigers. 1-2 is an off-speed pitch. No dice. It's 2-2.
Well, you don't want to get caught looking for the final out. That's a tough pitch to lay off.
And he will make the catch with ease, and the Yankees run their winning streak to 5 in a row now as this ball game is over. A 9-0 shutout final in this ball game. So the Bronx Bombers sent 5 balls over the wall to come out on top in this one. James Paxton earns his first win of the season as he racked up 10 strikeouts in the effort. So that just about does it for Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Heidi Watney, and our entire crew. I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, make your way over to the Show Nation